Hey guys, Richard here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a YouTuber called JoJoSpotlight. Now compared to other YouTubers I've talked about on this channel, JoJo is probably the least shitty. His content is alright and he doesn't seem like a scumbag. But just because he makes decent content doesn't mean he's immune from criticism. Recently, JoJo made a video called "Commentary Channels Are Absolutely Pathetic," where he criticizes commentary YouTubers, mainly Pegasus. Now I'm fine if you criticize people on your YouTube channel, it's your opinion firstly, and secondly criticism can be good to help people improve their content. However, JoJo's video is filled with many inaccuracies, and he is sometimes downright hypocritical in the video as well. So today we're going to be watching the video he made and debunking it. So let's go.
Hey everyone, it's Mama's Little Breast Eater here. I think everyone knows that YouTubers are just the absolute best when it comes to making content for your 10-year-old girls who support and love the YouTuber but more often than not have pitchforks ready to stab the YouTuber if they dare utter one single slur. How dare they when YouTubers are actually paragons of knowledge and the only source of information worth listening to. And if you feel like, wow, YouTube is something I definitely could do. If Steve Jobs could start a multi-billion-dollar company in a garage, surely I could start a successful YouTube career in a bedroom whilst also living longer than Steve Jobs. Sit back with your decaf soy latte as I show you how to be a commentary YouTuber in 2021.
And firstly, you go to the Twitter trending page, surely you'll find something good over there. You have to remember that most of your audience will be small attention deficit Indian men or 10-year-old girls. Very rarely is someone with a functional brain actually gonna come across your video. So the next thing you have to do is to find the thing that will get you lots of views on YouTube. Once you have your Twitter thread, you wanna scroll down and look what the majority of people replying to the thread are supporting. You then wanna choose vaguely appropriate words and string them together in a tenuous mess of a video script in support of the majority favored opinion on Twitter. You don't want to have backlash on your video, do you?
Now here's the first problem I have with this video. The majority of commentary YouTubers who talk about Twitter dramas such as Pancho, Cheeto, and Pegasus, who you talk about a lot, don't support what the majority of people are saying. In most cases, the majority of Twitter users will be in support of canceling someone or something, and commentary YouTubers who talk about how they're against that. Literally 90% of Pancho's content is talking about Twitter drama, and how he's against what the majority of people are saying.
This got me thinking whether commentary channels are really valued opinions and if they are really needed for media criticism. It has come to my attention that most YouTubers in the commentary genre are retarded armchair psychologists who are in high school getting pegged in the school restroom and either use their sub count as a party trick or simply shove that piece of shit YouTube channel so far up their ass that it gets hidden. The commentary genre is no matter what going to sound like pretentious, condescending dicks unless you make your commentary like this.
Such a loser, oh my god, I can't.
Yeah, you're such a loser for having cancer, which is something you can't control and is a horrible, horrible thing to happen to anyone.
Instead of this. What I'm saying is, if her audience likes this, then fair on her. I don't think she's a bad person. She obviously has other motivation. What I'm saying is that it's hard for many channels nowadays to say something different and bold.
So what he's basically saying is that he believes that most commentary YouTubers have nothing important to say and just say the obvious, and he then gives a clip of Pegasus as an example. The thing is, these are just a few bad examples. For the most part, Pegasus goes into full details about his opinion and why he thinks that way. Yes, sometimes he'll say the obvious or add nothing to the video, but for the most part he does add a lot of important commentary to the video. You do the same thing, JoJo. A lot of the time you'll add good commentary to stuff, but sometimes you do add nothing important to the video or repeat the obvious. Let's use your video you used as an example as proof that you do this sometimes too.
Is she playing a character or something? Now, this could be funny. I have to look at it more. I feel bad? Yeah.
Now if I made a video where I said you just state the obvious or give shitty hot takes just because of these two examples, you'd call me retarded, and rightfully so. This is literally the same thing you are doing.
Sorry to piss on your chips, I will now defend the commentary channels. When you look up into the sky and you see clouds, we all see something different. Some may see a dragon and some may see the Ebola virus, and this is known as someone's point of view. Fuck yeah.
Donate to charities if you were really kidding, if you were really broke.
Okay, so obviously the guy doesn't want to be voted off, like, the first round, so he's like, I was kidding. And then these guys jump on him again and say, like, oh, you wouldn't even think about donating to charity if you were actually broke.
So my response to this is basically what I said the last time, because he is essentially making the same point. These are just a few small clips taken out of context, and you're hypocritical for saying this as well.
Broke.
For example, I don't see this video as one person gets $1,000, but instead a message on rampant consumerism and how people tend to misplace importance on money for basic needs like food and water, but more for prestige. Someone else could see this video differently as a reflection on people of various ages and races struggling differently to one another, but all plagued by the problems of being a working class American citizen.
I choose to be unemployed because the jobs that I apply for, they tell me I'm not qualified for because I'm black.
I don't see how anyone could say that. That's not legal.
Because you're white.
You only get 60%.
60% of your income
Exactly.
since April is now, how you getting workers' comp for 6-7 months?
Like, y'all asking too much questions, but that is the truth.
Someone else could see this as strangers individualized by their different subsequent needs, yet having to make artificial arguments to win the $1,000 to survive in our current global financial crisis during a pandemic. And these weren't that hard to come up with, for fuck's sake. Instead, we get this heap of bullshit.
Like, y'all asking too much questions, but that is the truth.
Yeah, that's a fantastic story. Let me just do a little action replay of your own clip.
Liar! No.
Okay, so when somebody else is telling a story, liar, right? But when I'm telling a story, guys,
What? Shut the fuck up. It's a shallow surface level argument on how these people are cringe without giving any worthy explanation why and what makes it cringe, and how these different strangers may see each other. Instead, in this video, it's just a video about how some random people being greedy and wanting $1,000 want $1,000. It avoids having to talk about anything controversial that could lead to some bad YouTube like ratio. It just sucks that a lot of YouTube channels hold back on introducing something more poignant instead of forgettable trash.
I choose to be unemployed because the jobs that I apply for, they tell me I'm not qualified for because I'm black.
I don't see how anyone could say that. That's not legal.
Because you're white.
Yeah, it happens way too often.
It happens way too often. So you're telling me on the rejection letter they said I'm not giving it to you because you're black? That is legitimately illegal. Sue the company and make them go bankrupt.
You see this?
This is literally like the high school popularity chain we're watching. I mean, not to talk trash about these kids on the couch, but they're not as like physically attractive, I don't think, you know, in my opinion, as the people that are still on the couch. I think they're literally voting on who they think is like pretty at this point.
This is good. This is three-dimensional. This is not.
Wow, I could have never predicted that because these people are definitely not racist. Wow, I could have never predicted that because these people are definitely not racist.
Now I find it very ironic that you're accusing someone of making lame arguments that add nothing to the conversation, while during this whole video you pretty much made the exact same argument.
You may say that if the deeper meaning behind the video can be stretched as far as the human imagination can think of, then isn't every point of view the same? They are all equal, right? Whether you see an Ebola virus in the sky or a throbbing penis, it's up to your interpretation, right? Well, let me break your bubble. But this is not a point of view.
Attacked in that situation, and I was hearing you saying you don't know what I'm talking about because of the color of your skin.
Okay, listen, I gotta say, this is just a wildly uncomfortable conversation. She clearly felt attacked and singled out. Now, listen, I gotta say, this is just a wildly uncomfortable conversation. She clearly felt attacked and singled out. Now, pretty much after this, one of the girls kind of breaks down. She's just like, okay, you guys are kind of harassed.
Last time I checked, thinking something is an uncomfortable conversation is a point of view. You might not agree with the point of view, but it's still a point of view.
Kind of harassed.
Think I'm not serious? Find out. I've done this plenty of times.
Okay, so you're telling me you go around suing cancer patients for God knows what, and you take their money away from their Make-A-Wish or whatever, and you take their wigs away. And I'm sure you've won plenty of court case like that. I mean,
bad. And the amount of people subjected to that breast cancer joke would probably be so low that, you know, the comical merit of profiling people with breast cancer would be acceptable. But this is a different thing. She's, you know, directly threatening a cancer victim, which is more ethically fucked if you think about it because of how direct it is. It probably doesn't care. You know, the internet makes everything, you know, less personal because you don't know these people. Here I am referencing Crockett et al. 2010, The Effect of Serotonin on Pro-Social Behavior. It's a great read. I want to take a moment to talk about how commentary channels inescapably become shitty, bland attempts to capitalize on instinctive human morals such as this person bullied this person, therefore no matter what, this person is bad, instead of presenting the bigger picture. These commentary channels upload every single day because they have no personality behind the shit Fall Guys or Doom Eternals or Skydive games, because why should they? I present to you a Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Firstly, you have your psychological needs. You need food and water to survive. You definitely don't want the extinction of brilliant minds that pump out this kind of great information to the world, do you?
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say you're lying here. You have not won a single court case. Any self-respecting judge would sentence you to life before even glancing at your face.
The next thing you need is money for safety. Let's say you get hit by a semi-truck. Then what if you need to provide for your family? The next thing is basically to flex. And I don't think we even need to mention being the best. Basically, anyone up here can get anything they need. Someone up here must be in some state of quantum superposition with infinite wealth.
Now I have no fucking clue why he's mentioning this when it has nothing to do with the video.
But why am I even mentioning these? Especially when most commentary channels are teenagers in their parents' house talking into a $60 Blue Yeti microphone. They don't even need to buy food and water. So the bare minimum honestly will do. It's hard to be a commentary YouTuber and maintain value in your opinion. It's not like you can be some kind of verbal boss, as these channels pump out half-witted arguments defending what is always seemingly the correct response. They are safe and loosely woven arguments. Talking endlessly about what's happening in the clip is just wrong. Avoids having to explain any inconsistencies in the clip that may fault your shitty argument. In conclusion, if you're a commentary channel ready to puncture me a new anus, maybe face the glaring prospect that the majority viewpoint is just not as great as you think it to be, to have retrofitted your way into it all. In the end, clips on Twitter or whatever are just patterns of light and sound. Seeing and hearing this light and sound with some teenager's voice in the background doesn't make it any better unless it's something worth saying. Perhaps go beneath this veil of light and sound and stop saying bullshit like this.
I'm going to sue you for all your wigs and chemo. Try me.
Also, your intimidation tactics are so horrible. Find out what happens. Like, there's files on top of files that show you lose whatever case this is. Like, there's literally a recorded video.
Okay, why are we now talking about court cases when it didn't make sense in the first place? This is all great until you are able to make your own remarks about the ideology behind said light and sound. And if not, then restart your video, because no one gives a shit. Thank you so much for watching, Johos. Leave what you think down below. I wanna see. And bye-bye.
So yeah, that's the whole video. In conclusion, he's calling a YouTuber pathetic because of a few small clips which represent an entire channel apparently. While doing this, he also has one argument for the whole video. So that's all for now. Be sure to like, subscribe with post notifications on, and follow me on Twitter at itsrjyt. Peace.